The dry weather, at least not this week. First full week of February, and things are heating up around here, more like spring than actual winter. And the reason being, which is the reason why we haven't had much in the way of snow and cold here in East Idaho, Western Wyoming, is that high pressure. Big old mountain of air that blocks or pushes all the storms around Idaho. We do get some clouds. At least we get some clouds, and every now and again a little bit of snow, a little bit of rain. But the brunt of these storms are coming in from the Pacific, the atmospheric river. The worst of it gets tucked all the way in through British Columbia, down into Alberta, grabs colder air, and then shoots all the way down to the southeastern U.S. So missing us, courtesy of high pressure. Of course, with high pressure, that means inversion weather starts to set up a little bit. Basically, what we're talking about is air quality worsening here in the next several days, starting tomorrow. So we could be looking at awfully hazy conditions, especially early morning. When it starts to warm up during the day, maybe not quite so hazy, but it'll make for some beautiful sunrises out there. Air stagnation advisory for the lower Snake River Plain, eastern half of Oneida County and most of Franklin County until 11 a.m. Monday. And the reason why we're thinking until 11 a.m. on Monday is there's a potential storm that will come in Super Bowl Sunday night. And that might be enough to break that inversion down and clear things out as far as the air quality is concerned. Mostly clear for the Snake River Plain tonight. Low temperatures, a little cooler than they were last night. And depending where you're at, about 5 degrees cooler, or colder, I should say. We're definitely way below freezing, and typically we should see lows in the teens. So even those 20s are above average. We got 20s for most of us in the Central Mountains. One exception, Stanley, down to about 10 for a low. Last night it was 13. Average low in Stanley at night's 5, so above average for them. Partly cloudy for the upper highlands, western Wyoming. Lows will range from the lower teens in Yellowstone to the mid-20s in the heart of Clark County, 26 expected in DuBois. Mostly clear in the southeast highlands. Lows ranging from the upper teens in Montpelier to the upper teens in Ingham, 28 degrees, just 1 degree colder than Pocatello. Now for your Wednesday, partly sunny, so you may notice a few extra clouds around throughout the day, but that won't stop us from warming up, at least in the afternoon. Looking at a high in Ingham of 51 degrees, Preston 51, mid-40s over in Soda Springs and over in Montpelier. Mix of clouds and sunshine in the upper highlands, western Wyoming, and warmer than usual. Island Park in the mid-40s. Yeah, you shouldn't be that warm during the day this time of year. Jackson in the lower 40s, Driggs in the mid-40s. And then for the Central Mountains, well, we're in the 50s today. We'll be right about 50 for Chalice tomorrow. A few extra clouds in the sky will kind of keep the lid on some of the temperatures out there, but still above average, 48 expected in Salmon. And another day in Stanley where temperatures will be in the lower 40s. And for the Snake River Plain for Bengal Wednesday, partly sunny. Highs in the 50s for most of us. Just a couple exceptions. You're still way warmer than you typically are this time of year. Rexburg at St. Anthony, mid to upper 40s. Southeast Idaho Chevy dealer 7-day forecast. Warmest day coming up, almost 60. 59 on Friday. We're still looking at 50s through the weekend. There's that chance of rain Sunday night, Super Bowl Sunday night, and then just a lot of clouds on Monday. If we see snow here in the next 7 days, it would be Tuesday morning. Yeah, a week from now, or a week from yesterday, I should say. So we're hopeful. We need some moisture around here. Teton area, we are dry all the way through the weekend. Rain, snow possible Monday, with a chance of all snow Tuesday morning. For the Central Mountains, dry weather continues, mild temperatures, highs in the lower 50s for the rest of the work week. And then we're down to just a few degrees with a partly to mostly cloudy sky this weekend with rain and snow possible on Monday.